Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest Dawn of War Soulstorm cast this side of East Yorkshire. And today I have a 1v1 on Battle Marshes. Over in the Dark Eldar corner we've got Espada, and over in the Chaos corner we've got Triple Z. Triple Z going for quadruple cultists and a Chaos army as well as a plasma generator, whereas Espada is going to go for double mandrakes, dark foundry and double plasma generators. So no one going for their faction standard barracks, which is going to go for some possible, some possible grenade launchers for the cultists, as well as some Hellions for the Dark Eldar. Mandrakes just capturing their nearest and dearest and whatnot. So this is probably one of the better maps for Dark Eldar to be on. I mean, you've got lots of room for the vehicles to move around on. You've got this bit in the middle where all the Reavers and the Hellions can jump over to cause all sorts of mischief in the base. But Chaos is nothing to be sniffed at. I mean, well, the Hellions are infantry, and these grenade launchers will be ideal against said Hellions when they come out to play. And then Chaos can always just tech into heavy bolters or something like that for scourges and whatnot. So they've got lots of bits and bobs that they can throw against the Dark Eldar if the Dark Eldar don't manage to get that early lead advantage. Homunculus Laboratory going on for some potential Reaver Jetbike play. And no Hellions at the moment. Oh, I wonder if he's just going to skip the Hellions altogether and just tech straight into Jetbikes, which would be very interesting. I mean, he is saving up his money for it. He is going to go for those double plasma generators, so that means he's going to have lots of green money available for those Jetbikes if they do come out, if that's the play he's going to make. Chaos player, very, very wise. He's not building any grenade launchers on any of his dudes just yet. He's just waiting to see what the Dark Eldar player goes for. Everyone just playing it nice and safe, just capturing their bits and bobs. Relic over here being captured by the cultists will be seen by these Mandrakes. Mandrakes have been moved over here. Won't bother, well, the cultists here won't bother trying to finish capping that. They will decide to run away and leave these Mandrakes to their own business. Cultists going to go for a little bit of a walk, and then, oh no, maybe decide to come back. They will get one singular grenade launcher and decide to fire away at these dudes. And we're going to go for some, just taking straight into Reaver Jetbikes, so they will be going round the side, and these cultists will not have a significant answer for these Jetbikes. They are vehicles, they are vehicles, and even though they are quite fragile, these grenade launchers won't do all that much in the grand scheme of things. Reaver Jetbike just decided to go straight into the base, going to see if they can harass any of these dudes and dudettes inside the base. We'll focus on these heretics. We'll see if they can... Oh, no, never mind. They won't be able to kill all the heretics before this plasma generator is finished. Listing post over here getting a fortified position add-on. So we'll be able to see this Reaver Jetbike away. Jetbikes are not known for their ability to destroy buildings. Very, very good at killing infantry, but anything base bashing wise, they're not very good. And look at that already. Very, very low on health. Second Reaver Jetbike out. We'll focus on these cultists over here. Absolutely wrecking their way through the cultist over here. Probably might even get a squad wipe by the time they're able to get home. Heavy bottle turret being built up by a heretic over yonder. Listing post over here, not quite getting a upgrade at the moment. Yeah, these cultists, full squad wipe over there. And what's going on anymore? Oh no, planetary raid add-on being done in. And no other Jetbike being done in, which I think is the smart play to make. With all these, with the heavy bottle turret and the listing post being upgraded, I imagine, there we go, this listing post going to get an upgrade. This listing post already been upgraded, so they won't be able to do all that much inside the base, but they will be able to deny these cultists from moving out. And no tier 2 going for the Chaos player at the moment, and no barracks neither, so, or should I say Chaos Temple. So no Space Marines out, so won't be able to deal with these Reaver Jetbikes outside the base for a little while. This does look like this does look like a third Reaver Jetbike as well. So, and a fourth one as well. Not sure if this maybe is a bit of an overcommitment in the Jetbike department. Mandrakes over here have had their numbers destroyed a little bit. 2 models looks like it's been gone down. These cultists now massing with 6 models and 2 grenade launchers. They will be focusing on this relic. 2 Reaver Jetbikes moving around this side. Another Reaver Jetbike out here. So 3 Jetbikes over here. 1 Jetbike down here. Do believe one of them has been repaired by the tortured slave. Won't be able to assault down on the southern side of the base. Well, these cultists over here, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Real shame that there's a lot of money wasted on these, well, not a lot of money, it's only 20 blue money and 10 green money on these grenade launchers, but still, you don't want to have a full squad wipe over here when it could have been avoided. 86 and 20 for the Dark Eldar compared to the 86 and 40. Do have tier 2 going for the Chaos player at the moment. Going for a lot of plasma generators, thinking possibly a machine cult play going on here, some defilers or what do you call the flying vehicles for the Chaos player? It's Talons, the Hell Talon, that's the word. Mandrakes tanking the damage by this listening post. Now there's a significant amount of Reaver jet bikes that will be able to cut through this listening post. Do have a minefield going down here. More Mandrakes moving around to this side of the base. Got some heretics coming out. Tier 2 has been popped. Machine pit going to be popped down here. Will be needed to be built quite quickly. We do have, I do believe that was that one or just two? That did look like one or two Reaver jetbikes being destroyed by the minefields down here. Listening post also going to make quick work of these Reaver jetbikes as well. Definitely looks like an overcommitment. Heavy bolter turret firing away at these Mandrakes. Mandrakes that are able to bring down these cultists. Might even get a squad wipe if the cultist doesn't decide to run away. Looks like a cultist squad down here also went down, or something went down. Was it, yeah, more cultists, so that looks like another squad wipe for the cultists down there. So lots and lots of death. Listing post down here does look like it's also going to go down. Morale of the Mandrakes being taken out. Hell Talon on its way. That is the full fleet of Reaver jetbikes being sliced up. Although that is 2 strategic points being taken down for the Chaos player, and their blue money has been reduced to 56. That's not what you want in tier 2. They have got a little bit of a blue money reserve there, so we'll be able to spend it a little bit before they have to think about rebuilding their listening posts. Hell Talon will be able to chase away these Reaver jet bikes. Hell Talon's very, very good at slicing away at... exploding vehicles and buildings. Dove Raider now being built up, keeping the pressure on, that's what I like to see. Hall of Blood being built up over here as well. Hell Talon going to see it, do a little bit of scouting, see what's going on in the base of the Dark Eldar. Going to focus on these plasma generators. Raider now out will be the ideal counter to this Hell Talon. Is equipped with one singular Bright Lance. Throw some warriors on there for some anti-infantry capabilities, which might be what the Hall of Blood has been invested in for. Chaos Sorcerer now out on the field. Not sure if he's got any of his upgrades at the moment. Can't see a Sacrificial Pit anywhere, so we'll just have his Eldritch Bolts spell at the moment. Defiler on the field now as well. Will be able to hold its own against these jet bikes. Not sure about the Raider. Raider, though, will be slowly but surely chunking away at the health of the Hell Talon. Not sure it's straight up 1v1. Actually, to be honest, dear oh dear, that is, yeah, the Raider is not cut for the task of dealing with a Hell Talon. Yeah, that is... I mean, I think it was said in the last Dark Eldar game that we cast on this channel that the tier 2 and 3 of the Dark Eldar are not really all that up to scratch compared to the other races, which is a bit of a shame. But like I say, they've got the advantage. I mean, they're 1, 1, 2 and 40 compared to 6, 2 and 50. They do have the economic advantage at the moment. They have been able to keep the map presence up and deny Chaos both of these relics, to be honest, as well as the critical locations. So they will be able to invest in a lot more stuff if they choose to. Got some Scourge squads on the field at the moment, upgrading themselves with some Dark Lances. Second Scourge squad being upgraded. Heavy bolter turret being popped down in this little nook. And another strategic point going to be captured, possibly a listing post being upgraded there as well. But all these defences, with the Scourges and Raiders, they could just jump over and ignore all the defences and go straight into the middle of the base. A significant amount of plasma generators being built up. Vehicle cap increase going down, so going to see a vehicle heavy build from the Chaos player moving into the mid-game of this match. Singular Defiler, singular Hell Talon being repaired by the Dancing Queen of the Heretics. 2 Scourge squads now out, double Mandrakes. Doesn't seem like the Mandrakes have gone for their infiltration research at the moment. Slave chamber being built up. Also, the Dark Eldar player doesn't seem to be going for any soul harvesting at the moment. So I can't see any... I mean, if there was a torch slave over it might have been killed by the Hell Talon. But in fact, let's have a look. Yeah, only 84 souls. They aren't really harvesting all that much, which is something that Dark Eldar players tend to forget to do. But it's a really useful thing for them to keep at all the way through, even if you only go for that, what, Terrified Vision or whatever you call that ability, where it lowers the morale of all enemy troops for about like 10 seconds or something. Although it won't do all that much against the Hell Talons and the Defilers. These Tower of Loathings are being upgraded with some Dark Lance add-ons, which is going to help them defend themselves from any pushes from the vehicles of the Chaos Player. Another Defiler coming out. Mandrake's being chased away from the base. Tortured Slave repairing the Tower of Loathing over here that just managed to survive the onslaught of the Hell Talon. Hell Talon will come back over. See if he can finish the job. Doesn't look like he'll be able to achieve much. Although, mind you, Tortured Slave now running away. It does look like the Hell Talon will be able to take on this Tower of Loathing. Unfortunate for the Dark Eldar player. Defiler not wanting to press too far into the base. Tower of Loathings with their Dark Lances aren't a thing that they want to mess with. Soulseeker ammunition research being researched. Increase the accuracy of most Dark Eldar ranged weapons. So these schedules will definitely benefit. You have the Mandrake infiltration research now being built up. Hell Talon using the terrain to their advantage. Going to move into the soft underbelly of the base. He says before they're moving into the hard outer shell of the Dark Eldar base. Not quite sure why they're going for that direction, but we'll go with it. Crucible of the Malediction research going on. Yeah, that's an Archon ability, so they will be getting a Archon at some point, I imagine. Defiler moving into the base. A little bit unsupported. Chaos Sorcerer swiping away at this Tower of Loathing, almost taking it down. Defiler just tanking all the damage. Tower of Loathing does go down, but it does look like the Defiler is going the way of death as well. Hell Talon will move in for support, but against these Scourges, that's probably not what he wants to support against. May as well just leave a bad job be and let it die. Chaos Sorcerer now out on his own will say you shall not pass as he slams his staff down, although that is very unfortunate. Bit of a misplay there. Will lose his Chaos Sorcerer. Can't remember if in the version what do you call it, in Dawn of War Vanilla, if the Sorcerer has his teleport ability up from the get-go, but we shall... Let me know in the comments. I can never remember what mod does what or what version has what. Some Chaos Space Marines now out, more Defilers coming out. We've got some heavy weapons increases. The all-important, the all-useful Talon, or Talos, out on the field. We shall see if it is useful this game. So far, we've got, I think, maybe like 5 Dark Eldar games on this channel where we've seen a Talos, and not a single time has it been useful. But this game, I believe, will move in, swiping away at the Defilers, no doubt. Going to move around the side of this mountain for reasons beyond my understanding. Reaver Jetbike going to decap this relic over here. Another Talos being built up. 200 blue money and 300 green money. That is a very expensive vehicle, if I do say so myself. Reaver Jetbike moving in. Going to be tanking some of the damage as these guys get into position. But won't be tanking for long. The Dark Eldar player not quite sure what he's doing. A lot of his vehicles are getting stuck on the pathing around this mountain. This chokehold is quite a difficulty for him to get through. These Scourges jumping back and forth. I'm entirely sure what their plan is. Which squad moving in. Missile turret has been destroyed. They have popped their combat drugs, which will increase the damage from the Scourges. Will fire away into the Defiler. Scourges now teleporting back. This is not the ideal play for the Dark Eldar. They could have probably just jumped in, done a hell of a lot of damage. You need to be decisive when you're playing as a Dark Eldar. You have a very limited time window to move in and do your damage. Now the Chaos Space Marine player has got a sizable army. He's got double Hellions, double Defilers, 2 Chaos Space Marines, as well as a Rhino to help him with the transporting of men around, some Warp Beasts down here. The Dark Eldar player did have a window where he could just keep that pressure on. Again, he could have brought the Raider into this side of the base and at least kept the Space Marine player from moving around and building up those defences around here. He could have built up the defences over here. Maybe dictated the way that where the battle was going to take place. But he has left him too long. These guys are going to go for some heavy bolters. These guys over here are also going for heavy bolters as well, so ideal for taking on these Scourges. Archon now on his way out will be able to use that Crucible of Malediction research to some advantage. Maybe want to research that a bit later on in the match, or at least when you've got your, what do you call it, when you've got your Archon online. Soul Cage out, 126 and 79 to 105 and 79, so blue money advantage still on the Dark Eldar side. Defilers firing away over at this Dark Foundry. Hell Talon providing vision are going to move in, but will be quickly taken down by these Raiders. All the Chaos player has to do is just survive until later tiers. They are going to go for their tier 3 now. They just have to wait to build up that critical mass of Chaos Marines, Defilers, whatever else they want to go for. Maybe some Horrors, maybe some Possessed Marines. Although, mind you, I'm not sure Possessed Marines would be an ideal unit, especially with some Warp Beasts and some Witches on the field. And with the Archon, with his Crucible of Malediction, throw that on Possessed Marines. The Possessed Marines will attack any nearby allies. Do some minefields on the field. And yeah, it's a bit of a stalemate at the moment. Dark Eldar not sure quite what they want to do at the moment. Kind of splitting up their forces, which might be the play, to be fair. Might maybe feign an assault round here, and then as the Defilers come round here to support, bring some jumpy units over here and then start attacking all the defences here. Then stop the feign and then move all you guys over here and then start the assault once again over this side. There's loads of options that he could take. He just needs to take a option. He's waiting for his Dice of Destruction to come online, but that's a long time to wait. Also going to go for some Ravengers. So relying on that heavy vehicle play of the late game for the Dark Eldar. Possessed Marines out on the... being recruited. Demonic Fire also being researched as well. Combat drugs popping on these guys. Going to be absolutely wiping out these cultists. Although, to be fair, they could have probably wiped them out without the combat drugs. Sorry, I know that I'm sounding quite critical in this game. I hate to criticise other people's play because these two players are exceptionally phenomenal when compared to my ability to play at the game. But, you know, it's something to talk about. I'm working on my meta casting rather than the play-by-plays at the moment. Chaos Marines out of the Chaos Rhino. We do have a Dice of Destruction out on the field. Let's just, while we've got these graphical upgrades going on, let's have a look at the models. Yeah, look at that. What a wonderful, beautiful model. I do quite like the trenchcoat dude on the side. Yeah, beautiful stuff. Anyway, an engagement going on. The Warp Beasts moving around the front. Helltalon's moving back, not quite wanting to get caught in the crossfire of the Dice of Destruction. Witches moving round to engage these Possessed Marines. Possessed Marines not having the best time ever against these Warp Beasts. Warp Beasts over here have lost their morale, will decide to start attacking themselves. Dice of Destruction swiping a Dark Scythe across a grand total of nothingness. And yeah, that was a bit of a dud assault. Scourges not quite getting to where they wanted to. Maybe wanting to save themselves for jumping over somewhere else, possibly. Dice of Destruction now tanking lots of damage from the Hell Talons. Got a lot of health, though. We'll be able to 1v2 these Hell Talons if it so chose. We'll take out one. Does look like it might go for another. If this Hell Talon doesn't seem to want to go back home. And yeah, another Hell Talon being taken out. Defilers, though, firing away at these Witches. We're blasting them from a distance. We do have an engagement going on the other side of the map. Hell Talon once again trying to destroy this Tower of Loathing. The Scourge Squad over here going to be wiping out this Hell Talon. Chaos Rhino going to be unloading some Chaos Space Marines, no doubt, into this side. Scourge Squad, if they've got some more jumping juice, they will be able to escape. And there we go, they will escape. Raider going around the side, going to jump in. Going to break the morale of anything and everything nearby with its Screamer jetpacks ability, whatever you would call that. These guys losing their Chaos Rhino, or almost losing their Chaos Rhino. With sliver of health, they do manage to lose it, so they are a bit in a bind at the moment. Will be caught in a difficult situation for them to be able to run away. Not sure they'll be able to escape. Another Chaos Rhino coming out will be able to save the skin of these Chaos Marines if it can escape. These guys have been hit with a Crucible of Malediction, will force them to attack their own models. Chaos Rhino also been killed a second time. So this is a big loss for the Chaos Space Marines. 2 whole fully upgraded units of Marines being lost. Now another assault going on the other side of the map. Will destroy another Defiler. Possibly, maybe. No, the Defiler just managed to escape. 91 health. Being danced to perfection again, once again, by the Heretics. Possessed Marines not being able to really get a good engagement going on here. Although the Warp Beasts and the Witches do seem to have been taken care of by these Chaos Space Marines with their heavy bottlers down this side. Soulstorm now coming down here. Absolute devastating damage to anything, friend or foe, within the area. Also bringing their Terrified Visage, or whatever you call that, to break the morale of anything and everything nearby. This is a very significant push from the Dark Eldar player. More Hell Talons being built up. Chaos Space Marines also being built up from the Chaos Temple as well. More Machine Pits. Well, not more Machine Pits. A Chaos Predator being researched. Some acid being popped down here will lower the armour of this Machine Pit, make it more susceptible to damage, as these Warp Beasts do pick at it. Minefield managing to do a little bit of damage to this Dice of Destruction. And this has been a perfect storm for the Dark Eldar, managing to assault from both sides of the base, managing to pick off the Chaos Army one unit at a time. Really unfortunate over here when they lost all their dudes. Possessed Marine, alone in the world, 64 health. Will manage to get one reinforced before being wiped out by the Dice of Destruction. Warp Beasts being able to attack this Chaos Predator. They do not mince around when it comes to, well, damaging anything. They are able to make quick work of basically anything with the exception of buildings, although the building damage is nothing to be sniffed at neither. Obliterator's now out on the field, but I think this is a little bit too little too late. This is a lot of Dark Eldar mischief for them to deal with. Chaos Predator going to see if they can take on this Ravager. Will manage to destroy it before, by the looks of it, being taken out himself. Dark Lance of Darkness been fired over the corpse of the Obliterators. The RR comes out from both Russian players. Rest and recuperation, my dudes. Very good game from both players. Absolutely expecting the Chaos player to slowly but surely build up a impressive composition of units and then steamroll the Dark Eldar, but the Dark Eldar just managing to take out a few units out of position, out of place, and then pick apart the Chaos defences. Well, anyway, manners from Mr. Landshark. Pleasure as always, never a chore. And I will see you in a bit. Peace.